join us in our opening song, Let the Holy Spirit. Let the Holy Spirit shine a light on me. Let the Holy Spirit shine a light on me. When we wake up in the morning, it's a brand new day. Just forget about your worries. You know it's time to hear you say, let the Holy Spirit shine a light on me. Let the Holy Spirit shine a light on me. Let the Holy Spirit shine a light on me. Let the Holy Spirit shine his ever-loving light on me. God is bigger than my problems. God is bigger than my fears. God is bigger than my worries. God is bigger than my tears. Let the Holy Spirit shine a light on me. Let the Holy Spirit shine a light on me. Let the Holy Spirit shine a light on me. Let the Holy Spirit shine his ever-loving light on me.
Good morning. Welcome to Unity of Wilmington, whether you're with us live streaming or here in the sanctuary. We appreciate you being here with us. Is there anyone here for the first time today? Welcome. Yay. We're glad to have you. So my name is Trish Pettinati, and I am your platform assistant today, and I am honored to be working with this wonderful, talented band called Deja Vu. Let's give them a round of applause already. We have Eileen and Vicki and Wendy with us. And I'm also working today with Reverend Eliza Bloom Robinson, who many of you now know, but I do want to just give a quick introduction to her as well before I get down, so you know a little bit about her background. Eliza was ordained in Unity in 2000, and she is an author, a speaker, and a certified transitional and interim minister. She serves on the Unity Ministry Consultant Team, Unity Worldwide Spiritual Institute faculty, and has an alternative ministry called Divine Awakening. She is also an author of several best-selling books on Amazon, and in every respect, Eliza is committed to the unfolding and deepening of Spirit's work in the world, in our ministry, and in each individual. Eliza loves serving in transitional and interim roles. We saw that practiced yesterday, didn't we? So she's our interim consultant right now, and she's working with us through this transition phase, and we're so fortunate to have her here and to have her do our Sunday service today. So welcome, Eliza. Okay, so let's see. We've made some changes today. Let's start by saying our opening prayers. There's two opening prayers. Let's say them together to kick this off, okay? So there is only one presence and one power active in my life and in my life, God the good, the omnipotent. And the second affirmative prayer, I am a beloved expression of God. I am here for a holy purpose. I am in the right place at the right time, right now. Thank you. Take it away.
To be humble, to be kind, it is the giving of the peace of your mind. To a stranger, to a friend, to give in such a way other, nothing more. To be bold, to be brave. It isn't thinking that the heart can still be saved, and the darkness can come quick. The danger's in the anger and the hanging on to it. We are love, we are one. We are how we treat each other when the day is done. We are peace, we are war. We are how we treat each other, nothing more. Tell me what it is that you see. A world full of endless possibilities. And heroes don't look like they used to. They look like you do. Nothing more. We are how we treat each other, nothing more. We are how we treat each other. It is my turn, right? Did you hear what I said to Trish? Was it my turn now? That was really fun. I like that. You guys, awesome. You guys, awesome. Wow, wow, wow. What a treat and what a joy to be here with all of you. As Trish introduced me, my name is Reverend Eliza Bloom Robinson, and I was here for the weekend. So we have been working really, really hard, haven't we? But really, really fun, right? Okay, tell me, was it fun yesterday? Yes. Was it enlightening yesterday? Yes. Was it expansive yesterday? Yes. Let me hear you all say yes. Yes. Okay, there we go. Now we're talking. I wanted to start with a story. Well, you know what? Before I want to do that, if you were here yesterday, stand up. There were 26 people yesterday. That's like half of the people in this room. Give yourselves a round of applause. Yeah. Okay, you can be seated now. I'm going to tell a story. You ready for a story time? So there was a young monk who was newly assigned to a very, very old Catholic monastery. And when he got there, he was assigned the role of copying the ancient texts. That's a pretty good role. You really get to learn them when you copy them by hand. It was back in the day before the copiers, right? You had to hand write it out. But what he noticed as soon as he started is he was copying from copies. So he went to the abbot and he said, why are we copying from copies? Is there any way that I could get a hold of the original? And he said, well, we keep the originals really, so we don't want hands on them. You don't want them exposed to air. We keep them very sacred. But you know what? I think it's probably a good idea to go back to the originals. So they got the originals out of the, whatever the place down in the ground, right? And they brought them up, and the guy the monk started writing, started copying. And one day he was down there for a really, really long time, and the abbot got worried about him a little bit. And so he went down, and the young monk was going, no, no, no. And the abbot goes, what is wrong? He said, they missed an R. It's not celibate, it's celebrate.
You will come to know me as the one with really not always fabulous jokes, but that one worked pretty well, didn't it? What we say, I'm talking today about the power of sacred story. What we say, who we be, what we think makes a difference in the world. And sometimes if we are missing one letter, everything changes. So we are about celebration here. We are about coming together and moving forward. But some of the work that we did yesterday, we're going to talk about it. We've got a fabulous soup and salad luncheon, and then right after that, we're going to come in and do community connection, which is something that we're implementing, certainly on the weeks that I'm here. And we're going to talk a little bit more about the work we did yesterday and where we started and where we got. Well, I'm going to tell you right now, but we're going to tell you more in depth. But when we came in yesterday, there were 26 people here. And we gathered around a circle, and there was a little bit of teaching and setting the stage and, preparing the field, really. But we created a container for sacred space so that each and every person could be heard. The power of sacred story is in the listening. It is said that all people on the planet have a high priority, like our basic need. We have a need for food, we have a need for air, we have a need for water, but we have a need to be heard, which is very different than being listened to. So we created this beautiful container, and everybody got their time to speak whatever was on their mind, on their heart, on their consciousness into this sacred container. It's like a bowl that could hold all of this. And there is some history at Unity of Wilmington, would you agree? But that's all I'm going to say about it, right? There's some history. So some of the things that got put into the bowl, there was some excitement, there was some hope, there was some distrust, there was some anger, there was some fear, there was some grief. There was some enthusiasm. But as we did the work of the day yesterday, where we came was connection and appreciation and being heard. And the power of that, the power of the day and the power of sacred listening is that healing happens. When people are heard without being judged, where people are allowed to bring whatever's on your mind and heart into a conversation, and we have the capacity to hold sacred space. I like to say that's one of my superpowers. Out there in the world, we all need our superpowers, right? And so people say, what's your superpower? I'm like, holding sacred space. And they're like, what? Like, what? Can't you, I've been watching Raising Dion on Netflix. Can't you, move stuff? I'm like, no, I can't really do that yet. But I can move stuff inside sacred space. Holding sacred space is creating the container that is everything is allowed. I've been in ministry for 22 years plus 4 years before I went to 2 years in seminary and 4 years before that. So we're pushing 30 years. Yeah, I started when I was 6. Thank you very much. But it's I've seen it all. I've seen everything. I've heard everything. I've always done a lot of one-on-one coaching and counseling, and now I do facilitation for spiritual awakening. I've heard it all. People will come to me with these deep, dark secrets. I don't want anybody to know. I'm like, put it out there. And I do not judge. Now, I will tell you that in my role, if I'm a sacred listener, I do not judge. But caveat to that is if I'm just out in the world and somebody cuts me off in traffic, I can still go to judgment. If I watch the news sometimes, I can still go to judgment. I tried to walk on water, but I'll tell you what, that ice was so slippery I fell. But in this work, the ability to do that brings our humanity, and it brings us back into oneness. It's also said that part of what's going on in the world right now is when we do not allow another person's experience or perspective or feelings, then we dehumanize them. When we dehumanize a person or a group or half the world, there is no room for oneness. It cuts off love and acceptance and kindness and compassion. And in the world, we are doing that. Would you agree? And so when I love that word, dehumanize, because it's like, what? Like it jars you a little bit, but hopefully it jars us a little bit into an awareness of, wait a minute, how can I listen? How can I hear? I don't have to agree. I don't have to disagree. I am not allowed to fix or control or manage anything about it. I'm just here to listen. And when people are given the space to tell their truth, it releases. And when it releases, we find common ground. We find commonality. You know, we've seen that in some of the work in the world. I don't know if it's been on primetime news, but we've seen it when we bring groups of people that are at odds together. And they find out that their basic needs, their basic values are the same, right? And that brings commonality, and that brings shared experience. And then you go, oh, we just see it different. But the truth is, there is not one single person on the planet that carries my exact same perspective. Just because I have my perspective doesn't make it the one and only. And that's a really important piece. I'm sure you've heard it before. I'm sure you know it. But can you embody it? Because when you embody it, then what happens is judgment drops. You know, Jesus said, judge not. Jesus said, take care of the log in your own eye before you worry about the speck in somebody else's, right? Jesus said, forgive once. No. How many times? 70 times 7, right? As long as it takes. You keep moving in it. But all that stuff dissipates and you become curious. And when you become curious, you can say, tell me more. And when you become curious and say, tell me more, then you can begin to see that every single person on the planet wants to be heard, that every single person on the planet wants to be loved and lovable. And sometimes our behaviors are contrary to that, but we're not going to worry about that right now because it's just our behavior. And so when we created this bowl yesterday with all these different stories, all these different feelings and perspectives and experiences, it's like every single voice is a piece of this beautiful mosaic that we are discovering, that we are creating, that we are co-creating. And the beauty there is brilliant. And the possibilities for this ministry to truly move on anew, right? Fresh. And fresh meaning not that there was anything wrong with anything before, but because we've come through COVID, we've come through minister change, we've come through, life on the planet, and we have this gap. That's my other favorite word in transition. We have this gap, this automatic built-in interrupt in the pattern that keeps us moving to say, wow, what's next for us? Who are we really? What are we really about? How do we really take this ministry from the foundation of the last 40 or 50 years, however long it's been since its inception, and build on that? But not going back to anything, always going forward, because we are ever evolving spiritual beings. We are ever evolving ministries and organizations. We are ever evolving cultures and societies. We are ever evolving. And when we can begin to drop the judgment, we can begin to heal our own hearts, and we begin to create a field and a space that is welcoming, truly welcoming. So I have another story. There was a farmer. Some of you might have already heard this. It's pretty well known. There was a farmer who had a beautiful stallion who won top prize at the county fair. See a couple people nodding. You know where I'm going. Don't give it away. He won top prize, and his neighbor came over and he said, I want to congratulate you. This is good news. And the farmer said, good news, bad news, who can tell? A couple of days later, that stallion was stolen by thieves. Disappeared, was taken away, and the neighbor came back to commiserate with him. He said, this is so bad. And the farmer said, good news, bad news, who can tell? A couple of weeks later, that stallion escaped from its thieves, or however you say that, and found a herd of wild horses and brought them all back to the farm. The neighbor showed up and goes, yes, good news, good news, good news, good news. And the farmer said together, good news, bad news, who can tell? A couple days after that, the son of the farmer was out trying to break a mare, and he was bucked off and broke his leg. Oh, the neighbor came to share in the sorrow. Oh no, I'm so sorry, this is so bad. This is participatory. This is so bad. And the farmer said, good news, bad news, who can tell? The day after that, the army showed up, recruiting new soldiers, but they passed over the son because why? He had a broken leg. This time the neighbor thought, together, good news, bad news, who can tell? Who can tell? Who can tell? We know that all things work together for a greater good for those who love God, for those who believe that, for those who can get there. It doesn't mean all things are good. We get that a little confused. We want to say that broken leg was good. Well, together, good news, bad news, who can tell, right? But it can work together. All things can work together for a greater good. And when we lean into the possibilities, the curiosity that says, I wonder what good this will bring. I wonder what good this will bring. I wonder what good this will bring. I am so curious. I can't wait to find out how that thing works itself out because it doesn't look good to me now, right? That's for your own personal lives, not your ministry. But that's what we do. But we can begin to pay attention to the stories that we tell ourselves because we are storytellers, but we are storytellers to our detriment in most cases. We begin, third principle, pay attention to what you're saying, what you're thinking, and what you're vibrating. If you are constantly in the story of, oh, I can't believe that, that's so bad, that's horrible, I can't believe that, I can't believe that, I can't believe that, about anything, any situation, anything, then you're in that pattern. And what are you going to say? Law of mind action says what you pay attention to magnifies. And so pretty soon, all you can see is that horrible thing they are doing to me or to us. That horrible thing keeps us separate. But if we are really here to do unity principles, we are really here on the planet to come back to oneness. To come back. If we believe our opening statement, there's one power and one presence active in the universe, we call it God, and we call it what? Good. 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 Okay, let's try that. And we call it what? Good. We call it good. It's good. Then that means every single person on the planet also has that potential of good. Doesn't mean their behavior's good, right? But it's not ours to judge. We were not made judge, unless you're, of course, a judge. But we, most of us, were not made to judge. We were made to love. And when we love, we listen. And when we listen, we connect. Heart to heart, soul to soul. And when we connect, we lean into oneness. And that's where our planet is right now. Our planet, I'll tell you what, I've been saying this for a long time, since like 2012, when we were doing Birth 2012, or longer. Like, we are so on the cusp of letting go of separation, of transcending separation, but we got to do it one heart at a time. We got to do it one moment at a time. And the more that I do it, the more that you do it, the more that we do it, the more that we open our hearts, let your hearts be cracked wide open, then you begin to experience a very, very different world. I have one of my best friends. What's my time, Trish? Have I gone way over already? No. Okay. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. I have a friend, very, very dear friend, and we have we're like on the same mindset, but I see the beauty and the good and the brilliance in the world. She sees the horrors of the world. But her values are very much around social justice and those things. So she pays attention, and she gets really caught into that. And I'm over here going, wow, I see that happened. You know, like the shootings. I mean, come on, people, aren't we done doing that? It's like, oh my gosh, this planet we live on. Sometimes people, that sounds judgmental. It is. But I can pivot it and go, oh, the pain, the fear that people must be living in. I don't make that action okay, but I see the world. I see the innovations and the creativity and the places that people are coming together. That's what I see when I look at my very important one source called my Facebook feed. But I have a very different feed because of where I'm paying attention, right? So sacred stories, what are you paying attention to? What are you putting your energy into? Where are you putting your vibration? And these are very important things to become aware of as you stand in transition, as you stand in the next evolution of this brilliant ministry. And so become aware first of your own, because I'll tell you what, here's a secret, don't do it. It's easy to go, well, that person should change their story. It's never about that person. Because did you see what just happened? If I say that person should change their story and get over X, Y, and Z, then I'm in judgment, and I haven't listened. But I can go, oh, what's my story? Where do I want to show up? How do I want to be in this process, in this ministry, in the world, in my life? How do I want to be? And without judgment even on yourself, and without guilt, but just notice what you notice and pivot. Notice what you notice and pivot. Would I rather be right, or would I rather be happy? The truth is, most of us would rather be right. But it doesn't make us happy, right? So begin to choose. Begin to ask yourself that question. Would I rather be right, or would I rather be happy? And choose happy. Not like happy, 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 like when everything's falling apart. But choose joy. Choose connection. Choose love. Choose your basic core values. And do it again and again and again and again and again, especially when it feels way too hard. And when it feels way too hard, you call somebody. You call a prayer chaplain. You call Silent Unity. You call me and go, I'm stuck. I'm going to say, awesome. Very cool. Good job for recognizing it. Because once you say it, you can release it. Once you say it in a container where you're heard, you can release it. Anybody know anybody who tells the same horror story over and over and over again? Anybody is that person? Oh, you don't have to raise your hands. Mine's still up. Notice what you notice. Choose again. Pay attention. Listen deeply. Begin to listen deeply. Begin to listen deeply to the stories you're telling yourself, to the stories of your family, your coworkers, your friends, your congregants. Begin to listen deeply from that place of knowing we are all one. We are all one. We are one humanity. We are one congregation. We are one people. And we are here for the glory of God. We are here to recognize our wholeness and our oneness. And the more that we do that now, the more quicker, the more and the quicker the world will catch up. Be the pebble in the pond of oneness, of kindness, of connection, of compassion. And with that, I leave you with listen deeply. God bless you. Let's prepare for a time of meditation with some music. No, thank you.
Be Still and Know, music by Eileen Argenbright.
Be still and know I am God. 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 Be still and know be still and know I am. Be still and know I am. Be still and know I am. Be still and know. Be still and know. Be still and know. Be still and know. Be still. Be still. Be still. Be Love can build a bridge between your heart and mine. Love can build a bridge. Don't you think it's time? Don't you think it's time? Love can build a bridge between your heart and mine. Love can build a bridge. Don't you think it's time? Don't you think it's time? We let the love wash over us. We
Take a deep breath in, and if you're comfortable, close your outer eyes. Just feel the energy of that beautiful medley. Begin to bring your awareness from the outer down into the inner, from the noise of the universe to the stillness of your soul. Be still and know. Be still and know God. No spirit, no source. Feel the source of God as the very heartbeat. Become aware of your heartbeat. As you attune to your own heartbeat, feel your heartbeat aligning with the heartbeat of the universe. Feel them come into harmony. Feel your heartbeat come into resonance with the heartbeat of the universe. Become aware of the heartbeat of every single person in this room and watching live or the recording. Feel the harmony of all the heartbeats coming together. Not in one beat, but in a symphony. Each heartbeat has its own voice, has its own color, has its own presence. And when we come together as one, we don't lose our individual voice or our individuality, but together we co-create a beautiful brilliance, a beautiful mosaic. And the mosaic continues to build and continues to grow and continues to deeper. For it is infinite. And you are a part of it. And without you, there would be a missing piece. So feel this entire mosaic that we are creating as love. And feel your piece of the mosaic as love. And become aware that you are loved. Just exactly where you are. With no need to change. Really, with no need to heal. There is nothing wrong with you. You are not broken, for you are whole. And you are loved. Let that presence of the mosaic as spirit rain down on you this love. And as you know you are loved, you become love. As you receive, you be. As you be that love, you radiate. And as we all be that love, we radiate. Feel the presence of each person's love moving together into a single column of light, and feel that column of light in the sanctuary and online, and feel it mighty to attract our good, rising up above this room, above this building, above this ministry, for all to see. Unity of Wilmington is a loving presence for expanding consciousness. Unity of Wilmington is a conscious presence for love. To the world, to the greater community, and within this community. Take a moment to bask in the love that you are, the love that you receive, and the love in this moment. Lean into the possibilities of divine potential for miraculous outcomes. Lean into a vision of this ministry in 3 years' time. May of 2025. You are active, you are involved, you are loved, you are loved. This community is love and loving. Lean into a divine potential for us. Discover it. See it. And be it now. Be that divine potential right here, right now. Begin today. Begin anew today. Together, we are a loving presence for all that is. Together, we are a loving presence for the success of who we be. Together, we are love. Say that part all together. Together, we are love. Together, again. Together, we are love. And one more time. Together, we are love. Put your hand on your heart. Say, I am love. 3 times. I am love. I am love. Let that permeate and penetrate and fill the inner spaces of your being as we take a deep breath and say, and so it is. Amen and amen.
Wow. Thank you. Thank you for so much. I won't go into all of it, but that was very inspiring and moving, and I feel so loved. Right? Give her a round of applause. So I'm going to invite our ushers to come to the front, and I'd like to also ask everyone here and online to realize that this takes an army. It takes a lot of work to make happen all the time, and if you enjoyed today's service and if you enjoy being a part of this community, please give generously. We really depend on you. a lot to keep the doors open and the lights on and the service is coming. There's several ways you can, we're going to pass baskets now, so if you're in the sanctuary, you can drop a donation into the basket. If you're not here today, or if you're not ready to do that right now, we have a basket in the back. You can donate online at our Unity of Wilmington website. You can also donate through Venmo, or you can go to our Facebook page and donate. So we do appreciate that. While they're going to continue collecting today, I ask everybody to say the mudra with me, please. I don't know the hand gestures yet, but I will. I'm sure some of you do. So if you do, please do them. All that I am, divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I give, all that I receive, and so it is. So we have another wonderful song from Deja Vu.
Long if you know it.
What would you think if I sang out of tune? Would you stand up and walk out on me? And lend me your ears and I'll sing you a song, and I'll try not to sing out of key. Oh, I get by with a little help from my friends. I get high with a little help from my friends. I'm gonna try with a little help from my friends.
What do I do when my love is away?
Does it worry you to be alone?
How do I feel by the end of the day?
Are you sad because you're on your own?
Oh, I get by with little help from my friends.
I get high with a little help from my friends. I'm gonna try with a little help from my friends. Do you need anybody? I need somebody to love. Could it be anybody? I want somebody to love.
Would you believe in a love at first sight?
Yes, I'm certain that it happens all the time.
What do you see when you turn out the light?
I can't tell you, but I know it's mine.
Oh, I get by with little help from my friends.
I get high with a little help from my friends. I'm gonna try with a little help from my friends. Do you need anybody? I need somebody to love. Could it be anybody? I want somebody to love. Oh, I get by with a little help from my friends. I get high with a little help from my friends. I'm gonna try with a little help from my friends.
We have the packages over here. Aren't they terrific? Thank you so much. They have one more song, but not yet. We have a special ceremony today for our new members that were just attended an educational session last week, was it?
Oh, a week ago Saturday, week
Yeah,
ago
yeah.
yesterday, yeah.
So I'd like to invite, I think all 6 of you are here, I'd like to invite those that just came through our new member class to come join us up here.
Yay!
Come on up.
Do you feel like, would you be willing to, like, 4 of you on the stage and 1 of you on both sides so that we can really see you and honor you? I'm going to put this down here. Oh, look at you. Look at these people. Yes.
Oh, I need a picture.
Okay, she needs a picture. All right, so New Member Sunday is a really special thing because to become a new member, to become a member of a spiritual community is a commitment, not only to your own spiritual growth, but also to the community that you're joining. And so this is a particularly special time for these particular new members because of the time we're in, right? These people have said yes in the time of transition. These people have said yes to full participation in this ministry. These people have said yes to the future of this ministry, to the unfolding and the participation in the unfolding of this ministry. And so we have a rose that we're going to give you. We have a packet of information that includes your signed member covenant. And we have a vase that has petals in it. And so we're going to you can hand them, let's not do this yet. Let's hand them the rose and their packets as we call their names. Let's see if I can go in order. We have Teresa, we have Kelly, is it Sedlak? Yes. Yes. Thank you, Kelly, for being here.
And your certificate?
We're going to get lots of time for applause because we're going to do a little piece here. We have Teresa Rodriguez.
Teresa,
Wonderful.
congratulations and welcome.
We have Steve Bauman.
Right in the middle. The rose between the thorns, right?
That was good. We have Ann Conlon.
And thank you so much. Welcome. There you go.
We have Reverend Ellen Contente. Did I say it right? Close enough? You all know? Yes.
There you go.
And we have Rosalie Stern.
Rosalie, thank you and welcome. There you go.
So we also have a bowl, I don't want to spill them, that has petals in it. These petals represent you, the congregation. And so we're going to ask you each to pull a petal off your rose and place it in the bowl as you are officially becoming members of this congregation. I know, we didn't plan that very well. Okay. Kelly, welcome as a new member. Teresa, welcome as a new member. Welcome, Steve, as a new member. Anne, welcome as a new member. Ellen, welcome as a new member. And Rosalie, welcome as a new member. We have I just want to ask you this. I'm going to hand you this. Everybody's in there. So do you, as new members, agree to full participation as your agreement, your covenant stated, full participation of this ministry with love, with support, with service, with participation? If so, please say, I do. And do you, congregation, accept these people? The board has voted them in. We're all officially and all that. The board said yes to each and every one of them. They didn't vote anybody out. Do you, the congregation, accept these people as new members, embracing them fully in your congregation, in your ministry? If so, please say, we do. We do. And let's celebrate our new members. Thank you. Yes. Doesn't that feel good? Oh, wow. Yeah. Can they stay here or do they need to go sit down? We just have the peace song.
Just the peace song, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Will you stay there and lead us in the peace song? I mean, we got our musicians behind us.
You can.
No, we're not going to ask you to
If it's easier
solo.
to turn around and sing it, you can do that. 'Cause,
Join the group.
we want everybody to sing.
Yeah.
Please stand and join us.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be.
you. Okay, just be careful stepping down. Okay, could everyone just take their seats again for a moment? I know. We're not finished yet. We do have a couple of announcements that we would like to make. So could you just take a seat for a moment, please? Okay, well, I'm just going to go right ahead and talk over you. Could I please just ask everybody for a moment? Yes, thank you. All right, we just want you to know about a couple of things going on before we move across the hall. So every week we're doing this now. We're making a couple of announcements at the end of service so everybody's aware of what's going on. We want to keep you in the know as much as possible, and we want to be accessible as well to all of you when you have questions and comments. So a couple of things, just, sort of order of business. If anyone needs prayer support, we have a prayer box over here. It gets addressed here for 30 days by our prayer chaplains. Could you all stand? So everyone knows who they are. We have Teresa, we have Ellen, we have Chris, and I don't know if I saw Sharon here today. Okay, so if you ever need prayer support here, they're here, and today they're willing to sit and pray with you. They will also take care of your prayers that you put in the box, and then they'll send them to Unity Worldwide Ministries for another 30 days of support. So we have that available at all times. We also want to make sure that you read our e-blast. Our e-blast comes out every Friday at around 3 o'clock. Thank God for Wendy, wherever Wendy is right now. And that is our primary means of keeping you informed. And there's other ways, of course. We have Facebook and we have our website. But that's our primary way. So if you're not on our e-blast, please sign up in the back or go on our website, and there's a section on there where you can sign up. We also want you to know that we have some special events coming up. Next month, we have a June 25th Zoom gathering, again like yesterday. It'll be all on Zoom, though, so you don't have to physically come in, but it's 10 to 4, so mark the date on your calendar if you'd like to participate. It was worthwhile, believe me, I can attest to that. We also want you to know that we're trying hard to keep everyone in the loop and to exchange information and to be accessible, we meaning the board. So I'm the board secretary, if you didn't know that. But I want you to know we've decided, starting this week, so I'm going with this ad-libbing right now, we're going to have a board minute on the platform. So we're going to give you a 1-minute update to whatever's been going on in the past week, just to keep everybody up to date. So we had a board meeting last week. And the 3 things I just want to tell you about right now, just to give you something to chew on and be aware of, and you can talk to us more about it afterwards, is that we are updating our website. So we're going through a complete web upgrade. It'll take about 3 months, but it's starting now. So once it's finished, it's going to be so much nicer and more accessible and more informative, and it'll be a good source for information going forward. And it'll be current. So that's one thing. The second thing is that we hired a cleaning service starting tomorrow, which is enormous. Yes, thank you. And I can't say thank you deeply enough to those of you that have been helping us keep this building functional. We have Jill, we have Wendy, we have Chris, we have Tina, we have probably several others who am I missing? Anybody? Amy, of course, Amy. You've been our rock, so thank you for helping us keep it alive and clean for this whole time that we've been shut down and reopened. But by hiring a cleaning person, we now have the capability to plan for how to use the building more. Bring back some of the activities that people talked about yesterday and bring back other groups to come in and use the building. We're not there yet, but we will have a proposal by the Prosperity team next month at our board meeting where we can look at how to do that. So stay tuned. Good stuff is happening. I just wanted you all to be aware of that and be a part of that too. Okay? We have guest speakers lined up for quite some time, but just a little preview. Dr. Ellen will be here next week, again. Yay! And then in June, you have Herbert Harris, David Hiller, Catherine Klein, and Ellen again. So lots of great speakers are coming our way, so please continue to join us. So now we have hospitality for the next, what time is it? Maybe a half hour? Does that sound right? About a half hour? And then we're going to come back in for a community connection where, again, it's just more dialogue back and forth. So hopefully we'll get people to come back in after all that wonderful food is experienced over there. So thank you very much. Thank you, Chris, for always being here for us and supporting us. And for everyone that spoke today, thank you again. Take care.